Ghosts and ghouls with greenish skin. So close your eyes and you will find that you've arrived in Frightenstein. Perhaps the Count will find a way to make his monster work today. For if he solves this monster mania, he can return to Transylvania. So welcome where the sun won't shine, to the castle of Count Frightenstein.
What's the matter? You don't like humor? You don't like it? Playing with your kitty car again? What were you up to, Igor? You're late in catch.
I'm sorry, Master, but I was out driving the car down the street.
You're driving the car down the street?
In the village, yes, Master.
In the village?
Yes, Master.
In the village. Very good, but we have no time for these things now. For now, it is a time to raise the flag and to sing our national anthem as only we can sing it.
Thank you. Will you give us a count, Master?
Of course.
Thank
9, 11, 8, 4.
Gori, Gori, Transylvania.
Nice tempo.
The bear boofs and bats will always maim ya. The murky moor will likely claim ya as we go driving through.
I pledge by the sign of the three-toed sloth that I will do my best to do my duty, to always obey the laws of the werewolf pack, and to never rest until Brucey lives and takes his rightful place in the annals of distinguished monsters, and I can return to that most glorious of all homeland, Transylvania.
As we go, start
Second
play through. You join a count on the note. I forgot, Master.
That is like touching a cow.
Sorry,
But today I do not feel too bad. Now explain, what were you doing? What were you doing?
Thank you, Master. I was driving one of our cars down the street, chasing a water sprinkler, Master.
Now let me get this straight, Igor. You were driving one of our cars down the street in the rain, chasing a water sprinkler?
Yes, Master.
Well, what a ridiculous thing to do. Why?
Because, Master, I wanted to tell the driver that his wagon was leaking.
Well, that's different. I mean.
The Oracle has a crystal ball that's really getting quite old, but he keeps it with a sentiment of all the things it's told. But sometimes while he's gazing at it, it will fade away. No sound or picture, it just goes blank. And then he's forced to say, this crystal ball's not worth a fuss. My patience wearing thin. It looks like I will have to put another quarter in.
Fly me to the moon, and let me gaze among the stars, which is exactly what I do. For I am the Oracle, Grand Wizard of Mental Telepathy, Palm Reader, and Crystal Ball Gazer. And I'm also pretty good at being a crystal ball breaker. straighten out. And now we will find out our sign for today. Oh, wistful mist that the gods have kissed. Which sign, whose name will fortune bliss? And our sign today is Gemini. Now, that is for all the kids who were born between May the 21st and June the 20th. Gemini is most energetic of all the signs of the zodiac. We must remember that. Keep energetic, Gemini, for it is your nature to be so. And now we will... Oh, would you please excuse me, for there is a telephone ringing here. Well, it's awfully nice that the children enjoy the show. But you might have said hello. It's only good manners. And now we will look into you-know-what. Our spare crystal ball. Done it again. You know, this might not make a bad bowling ball. Why not? I break them all the time anyway. Very good. All right. Now, magic crystal, crystal ball. Tell me now. Tell me all. Yes. And here it is. Now it is time for your prediction for today. It's going to be a good day, Gemini. For a few days now, you've been thinking that someone you secretly admire has been ignoring you. Well, don't be surprised if later in this day, this person returns your admiration. Oh, well, little secrets, eh, Gemini?
Possible.
Don't go away, we're gonna play.
The call of the blue dingo bird.
Griselda had a strange belief. The stove had formed a plot that with the fridge and frying pan they'd bother her a lot. Of course, this makes no sense at all. Appliances can't talk. But still she swears they're all in league, and that includes the clock. I told her it was nonsense, and she shouldn't try resistance, because she'd make herself a mess and needs no one's assistance.
Silver! That's the Lone Ranger's horse! This is Slivers getting retread in the morning. Sweep, sweep, his handle's gonna shine. I'll pull out a bristle, find another thistle. But get me to the shop on time. Have you ever heard anything so rotten? Come on in. Oh, we're gonna have some fun today. Oh, what are we going to mix today? Let's see. Oh, yes, one of my favorites of all time. It's called Shank of Sherman Succotash of Frappe. Ooh, sounds like a winner. Now, we start off with the first ingredient, which is the good old Buzzard Mountain Goat milk. This is really good for what ails you. Ooh, milk's always good for you. In any way, shape, or form, because it really helps to make beautiful complexions. See? Isn't it wonderful to see what things can do? And now, we have a little coloring of the mint. Very nice. And now we need something a little more substantial. Just a few lemon rinds. Here, let's do 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. You got it. Oh, love it every second. Now here we go for the last ingredient. And we'll decidle by Polly. Polly! What? Got a frog in your throat? Leave the little devil alone. Go on, little fella. He won't bother you anymore. Bad bird. And now, we have something really special to put in our little cauldron today. We have a very large white-walled donut. Come on, roll along with me. Oh yes, we're just going to take this little old donut, which is so reminiscent of a tire, and throw it in the bath. Having done that, we go back to the old bowl, don't we? And we mix up our little lemon frappe here, and into the cauldron she goes, where she lands. Who knows and who cares for that matter? There we go. Oh, yeah. Cauldron, cauldron, toilet trouble. Cauldron boil and cauldron bubble. It's taster's time. Wow, what a winner. Come and join us and meet me again the next day for the next loser.
Griselda, who is my arch enemy. And Paula doesn't like her either.
You know, Frank, it just might be that they all come like that.
Master, what are you reading over there?
I'm reading this book, Igor, How to Hypnotize Your Friends for Fun and the Profit.
But mostly for profit.
Well, I don't know about that. But anyway, my theory is this, that if I can learn how to hypnotize Brucey, I can get Brucey to walk again. But it says in the book that I must have something that I can swing, some object I can swing in front of his face to put him to sleep.
I have a good idea, Master.
What is that?
Maybe we should go to England.
Why would we go to England for a swinging thing?
Because
England swings like a pendulum do. Bobbies on bicycles 2 by 2. Westminster Abbey, the Tower, big... Oh, why do I do this? It's all right. I have already procured something that should work. Now I'm going to try it on Brucey, and we will have him walk again, and we can go to our beloved
Transylvania, here I come.
Yes, good
right
fellow.
back where I started from, where bubbles of flowers.
Let's get to work. All right. Brucey, get that gauge off your head. We don't need that anymore. Now, Brucey, you are getting drowsy. You are getting very drowsy, Brucey. Yes, I am under... You are going under my power now. Brucey. All right, you will obey everything I say for you to do. Brucey, you are a chicken with laryngitis. Brucey, quiet, Igor, I can't hear him. All right, Brucey, now, you are a soldier. Stand at attention now. All right, and now you will march. Left, right, hey, two, hey, hey. Quiet, Igor, I can't hear him. Hey, now, that's not working. Wait a minute. All right, Brucey, here's something you've always wanted to be. You are a vaudeville performer doing a soft shoe routine. La, da, da. La da dee da da da, hala ti ta, hala ti ta ta, hala ti ta, ta da 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 da. Ah, Brucey, why don't you cooperate with me? I've done everything I possibly can. I've studied books, I've operated, I've done everything, experiments. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to snap you out of this with 2 claps of my hands. I'm sick and tired of wasting my time on you. Igor.
Master,
What?
this hypnotism junk doesn't work at all.
I know it doesn't work. I've been trying it on him. I've tried everything a person can do.
It is written that he who kicks the blind beggar in the market during an eclipse can only curse the camel for its lack of discipline.
A snake rang up the doctor, all in tears and quite distraught, and said, please come and help me, please, I'm tangled in a knot. I'm expected at a party, but I can't go in this state. Pet Vet said, relax, calm down, hang up the phone and wait. The doctor found a tangled heap, a most astounding sight. That snake was wrapped up with himself like some huge ball of string. He said, I can't unwind this, but you shouldn't miss your fete. You could go there as a pretzel, and and win first prize, I bet.
Lord, now I'm waiting for Dr. Petvet to come. He brings me lovely things. Oh, I hope he comes soon.
Hello,
I'm just saying.
Oh, look what I got today.
Oh, I can hardly wait to hold him. He's beautiful.
Yes, sir. Say hello to Cricket.
Hello, Cricket.
That's the idea.
What a lovely doggy.
And you know what kind of a doggy this is,
so
Igor?
Nice.
This is a Cairn Terrier.
Oh, a Cairn Terrier.
That's right. Look, isn't that beautiful?
That means he cares for me.
Yeah, he cares.
Just a joke.
That's a cute joke, too. Now, they're the smallest breed of Highland Terrier. They're known by the short, broad head and rather pointed muzzle. You see that there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The small, erect ears, as you can see, and they're set wide apart. Now, their general shaggy appearance, see that? Kind of shaggy, that's right.
Nice, but.
And short legs, that's right.
Yeah.
And look at that, it has a short, tapered tail, and usually when Cricket's running, it's just carried gaily up there, I'll tell you.
Let's turn him around and look at the
Oh,
tail.
look at that. Come on, let's get your tail up there.
Oh, look, he's going around in circles.
Well, did you know he has a double coat? Now, a soft, furry coat underneath, but a harsh outer coat.
Oh,
now,
yes.
this coat makes him durable in all kinds of weather, so he doesn't get cold, you see?
Yes.
Oh, he's beautiful. Now, they're found in any solid color except white. Did you know that?
No.
Now, this is a working terrier, and it's related to 4 breeds of northern Scottish terriers, you see? Now, there's the Cairn and the Skye, the Scottish, and the West Highland White Terriers. Now, its name is derived from the stone heaps and rocky ground where it hunts game. This is quite a hunter, although you wouldn't think so that size, would you?
He's only small, but he's not frightened.
Listen, he's quite the hunter, this guy. Boy,
Can I
boy.
walk him on the table?
Sure.
Come for a walk.
Now,
Come.
he's a hardy, agile little dog, too. Now, they get to a height of about 9.5 inches and about up to 14 pounds. And you want to know something? I want Cricket to be yours, Igor.
Oh, give us a kiss. Oh, he
look,
likes
he
me.
likes
I'm
you.
going to
He
have the slot.
Come on now. Go, Cricket, now.
I never even asked you yet. You've been eavesdropping.
Oh, boy.
You don't even let me have this little Cricket dog.
I don't believe that old grumpy person. Well, don't you worry.
Don't worry. I just grumpy all the
Remember,
time.
pets are friends.
Yes,
Always remember
pets are
that.
friends.
We'll say goodbye, Cricket. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
How about that? A 3-toed sloth. Gronk.
We'll be right back. With a commercial.
You know, I know some termites looking for room and board. Oh, they're not too fussy about the room, but they like the occasional board. No, definitely funny. I love it. Oh, lunchtime.
The professor was ecstatic when men landed on the moon and cried, some moon rock, I believe, should be arriving soon. Next day, they came delivered by the astronauts themselves, who said these rocks must be returned by Friday night or else. But as they left, they heard a scream and someone calling, please. These are not rocks you've left with me, but simply lumps of cheese.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and men and women, and my friends everywhere? I am the professor in this place, and physics is our business. And now we encounter a new and strange phenomenon. Indeed, we might view all these things that I show and do in this way, a heterogeneous array of enchanting things for inquiring minds. That's a very pretty description of it all. Consider what we now meet up with. I am going to have a coil of wire connected to a meter which I'm labeling G, meaning a galvanometer. Galvanometer. A galvanic meter. And I urge you to go read about Luigi Galvani, a compatriot of Alessandro Volta, who had the idea that there is electricity in animals. Yes, this reminds me of a little story that you must hear. When I lecture in a formal way on the nature of matter, I make it clear that all stuff is electrical in nature. Sure it is, it's all electrons and protons. So on occasion in a lecture, I tear off a piece of my flesh and say to my students, do you see this piece of flesh that I have torn off? And they all do, because they all must have imaginations to live with me. So I say, that piece of flesh, I am all electrical in nature. And some years ago, a bright fellow remote in the class said, Is that why, Professor, on occasion, you are such high voltage? Fellow should have made an A in the course.
The professor is certainly a clever fellow.
Well, anyway, here is such a coil, as I have shown on the board, wires wound so. And there is a hole in the coil. Tape around it to protect it, and these are the ends of the coil, which I have connected with wires to the galvanometer. Now I am going to take a bar magnet which has certain polarity. And that itself is a mysterious thing. And I'm going to put one end marked so we can identify it. And here's what I'm going to do. I don't care whether that's an N end or an S end, doesn't matter. I am going to do this. I'm going to thrust the magnet into the coil, and we'll see the needle move either right or left. When the magnet is quiet at rest in the coil, nothing happens. When I pull the coil out, the needle goes the other way. Let me start all over with the magnet the other way around, and the direction of motion of the needle will be in the reverse order. And so we have electromagnetic induction, discovered in 1831 by our beloved Michael Faraday. 1831. He worked on this idea for 11 years. So you see, it is not trifling. And it is this which we are going to see, which is the foundation of all our electrical science. So watch it. I'm going to put this white end in first, into the coil, to the left, and now at rest, and the needle is 0, to the right, to the left, and now at rest, and to the right, for you. Now I'm going to turn it around, to the right, and now at rest, to the left, to the right, and now at rest, to the left. Electromagnetic induction. Now, I have here a piece of a bar magnet, and a very interesting question arises. I have broken a bar magnet and thus made two magnets. It turns out that new poles instantly arise, as I will show you. Watch it. To the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. And I shall, in another program, make some further inquiry about how strong are the pieces of this magnet. If I cut it in half, and the halves in halves, and the quarters in further halves, and so on. Or as we say in German, und so weiter.
All out.
Gronk!
Gronk, how are you today? Nice to see you.
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's good. I want to ask you something. Were there any naval heroes in your family?
Oh, you bet there were. Haven't you ever heard of Admiral Rupert Gronk? Who first spoke those immortal lines, "Don't give up the ship"?
No, what did he do?
He gave up the ship.
No. I mean real heroes, like, for instance, Nelson.
What's a Nelson?
No. I mean, what's a
Isn't that
Nelson?
like in wrestling?
No, I'll have to explain it to you. You always refer to books when you're not sure about anything.
there's
You
a
understand
book.
that?
Okay.
Just look it up in any book.
Sure.
Now, this book tells us everything we ever wanted to know about Nelson.
Really?
Yep.
What's it called?
Everything we've ever really wanted to know about Nelson.
Good.
All right, let's get to it.
Sure.
Now, here we are. It says that in 1805, the British were at war with...
Flying saucers from Mars.
Flying saucers from Mars.
Sure, they're dangerous. Sure. Hit him with a stick. Wrong.
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 Wrong. Wrong.
They were at war with France.
France.
Now, this was 150 years ago, do you see?
Sure.
Now, the man in charge of the British fleet was...
Admiral Rupert Grant.
Admiral Rupert Grant. No.
Sure. No.
No.
He wasn't in charge.
It wasn't Rupert Grant.
He was just second in command.
It was Admiral Nelson.
Nelson.
And in his battles with the French fleet, he lost his...
Wallet.
Wallet.
Sure.
No.
It was broke right after the battle. Sure.
He didn't leave. Will you just pay attention to me?
That's wrong.
Come on, Gronk.
Gronk.
Get with it, babe.
Gronk.
All right.
Sure.
He lost an arm and an eye.
Did anybody find them?
I don't know if anybody found them or not, but that is not what we're getting at in our story here.
I see.
Everything we ever wanted to really know about Nelson
Sure.
is right here.
Then what happened?
All right. He finally defeated the French at a battle called...
The Battle of Disneyland.
The Battle of Disneyland.
Sure.
There was no Battle of Disneyland.
There wasn't?
No.
You mean nobody won?
Nobody was fighting over
Was it a scoreless toss?
Oh, will you get off my back?
Did Mickey Mouse win?
No, not even Donald Duck or all the
I
other
see.
gang.
Okay.
Just listen. Now, you know, sometimes you really get me uptight.
Me?
He defeated the French at the Battle of Trafalgar.
Trafalgar. I used to know a square by that name.
Know what?
A square.
What do you mean?
Look it up.
Look it up. A square?
Well, I'll tell you something else. You know what Admiral Rupert Grant used to say?
No, I don't. What?
He used to say, never say die.
Then what did he do?
He died.
Later!
You say there's land out there, I took the old librarian out once to see a flick, the kind I thought he'd like, from which I thought he'd get a kick. It was extremely long, I thought, and also quite prodigious. But I thought that he'd enjoy it, 'cause the theme was most religious. The film was called The Bible, but he found it very boring, and by the time the show was through, I found that he was snoring. I asked him how he liked the film as we went out the door. He said he thought it was okay, but he liked the book much more.
Welcome to the macabre, the terrifying, the horrible, which means welcome to the library. And you know who I am, don't you? Yes. I am the librarian, and I am here to show you fear. Quite good. Very poetic of me, wasn't it? Now, our story for today. Get ready. The man and his wife. Ah, there's a start for you. A man had a wife who made herself hated by all the members of his household. He wished to find out if she had the same effect on the persons in her father's house. He therefore made some excuse to send her home on a visit to her father. After a short time, she returned. When he inquired how she had got on and how the servants had treated her, she replied, "The shepherds cast on me bad looks." He said, "Oh, wife, if you were disliked by those who go out early in the morning with their flocks and return late in the evening, what must have been felt towards by those with whom you pass the whole of the day?" Good. And the moral is, straws show how the wind blows. Oh, the fear that panics through my body, let alone yours. I'm getting you. I know it. I have another. The fox and the lion. A fox who had never yet seen a lion, when he fell in with him by a certain chance for the first time in the forest, was so frightening that he was near dying with fear, as I'm sure you are. You're near dying with fear? No? Well, hold on. I'll get you. On meeting him for the second time, he was still much alarmed, but not to the same extent as at first. He's getting used to it. On seeing him the third time, he so increased in boldness that he went straight up to him. Ooh, bold devil, huh? And commenced a familiar conversation with him. And our moral is, acquaintance softens prejudices. Or, the more you know someone, the less you fear them. And you fear me, and you fear my stories, and you are afraid, and horror is gripping you, and you're not. No, you're not. But you wait. Oh, you just wait. I'll get you. I have horrible stories like this to read you, and I'll get you next time. But until that time, the librarian grows weary and says goodbye to you.
Happy birthday, dear Mitch. Happy birthday, dear Mitch.
Oh, no. Do not go away. We will soon return.
You can count on the count. All right, Igor. Do you realize what you have on your feet at this minute?
No, Master.
You have my newest invention. Yes, Igor. And do you know what I'm going to call my latest invention?
No, Master. What are you going to call it?
I will call them speed shoes.
Speed shoes?
Yes, very rapid fire kind of thing. Now to give them a test. Igor, pay attention now, big fella.
Paying attention, Master.
Out through that window, you see?
Through the window?
Way in the distance, about 10 miles or more. You see that bunch of trees there?
The wooden ones?
Right, the wooden ones.
Yes.
I want you to run out there, touch the tree, and run back as quickly as you can.
Yes, Master.
Can you do that?
Yes, Master.
Get ready then, big fellow.
Yes, Master.
On your mark.
On your mark, Master.
Get set.
Get set.
Go! Come on! Yes, you can do it! Don't watch that tree stump! That's it! Come on, Igor! That's it, you're coming back! Wonderful! Igor, what kept you?
I'm sorry, Master, but I got lost. And I had to go to Transylvania, to Albania rather, to ask directions.
You went to Albania to ask directions? This is fantastic.
Yes, Master.
My speed shoes work. They
Master,
actually work.
Up to now, Master, I've been doing all the work around here, and I'm pretty tired, Master.
Never mind that. I am the brains behind the whole thing.
Yes, Master.
Igor, this is fantastic. Now to give it the final test.
Yes, Master.
Just think. I will be famous. I will be hailed as I walk down the streets. Speed shoes that work. Finally, It's finally something that's worked.
Finally, at last, Master.
I'm so happy.
Me
All right,
too.
now for the final test. Igor, are you ready for this one?
Ready, Master.
I want you to run to my mother's place that is 800 miles away. And when you get there, I want you to get a note stating that you were there. In this way, I will know that you have made 1,600 miles. So it's close enough.
Yes, Master.
And then you will return as quickly as possible. Are you ready?
Ready, Master.
All right, Igor. On your mark.
On your mark.
Get your set.
Get your set.
Get you going.
Get you going.
What's keeping him? Come on, Igor. Quickly, Igor. Yes. Igor. That's fantastic, man. Igor, wait a minute. My speed shoes. Where are they? They're not on your feet.
I was at your mother, Master.
Yes?
And when I got there, she said, you've come a long way. Take your shoes off, make yourself comfortable, have some milk and cookies. And I left them there.
You left them there at my mother's?
Yes, Master.
I must phone her immediately, if not sooner.
Quicker, Master.
Hello, Mother. Yes, I know. Yes, it's him. Yes, son. No, Mother, what happened to Igor's speed shoes? You what? I know man's not supposed to cry, but you just made me cry.
Master, what did she say? What did she say, Master? What a funny thing to say.
She said, you meant the shoes that I said were so smelly. Don't worry about them. I'll throw them out.
I don't like the Count.
Ridiculous. The zoo at night's a quiet place. You'll scarcely hear a peep from any of the animals because they're fast asleep. The only one who's wide awake is someone called the owl, because he waits till after dark before he starts to prowl. And so he's called unsociable, a cad, a beast, a brute. But names don't bother him at all. He doesn't give a hoot.
Zany zoo time!
Within a moment. I just thought I'd loosen up a bit. I took a shortcut through the forest. I knew I was going to be late. How are you today? That's right. The one of Clyde Batty, puffed and winded, but glad to see you just the same. Well, you've come to see a nice film, and I won't disappoint you, although I was a smidgen late. Phew, so out of breath I am. All right now, have you gone to your zoo lately? Have you? Well, that's nice. You should always go to your zoo and go on your own safari, just like the one of Clyde Batty. Take your camera and take some film of all the beautiful animals and birds and creatures of this earth. Right? Of course it's right. All right now, I think it's about time we got to our film for the day. Because as usual, the phone is not ringing, and we might as well get to it. Fancy that. Hello, Buona Clyde Batty, right here. You were late. Hello. What would you like to hear, me young friend? What was that now? The marble grosser? You want to hear the marble grouse? What is it, marble time at school? Eh? Marble grouser. All right, we'll do it for you. Don't mention it. Happy to be of service. All right, bye-bye. All right, the marble grouser for me young friend. Okay. Did you like that? Eh? Well, that was a marble grouser. All right. And of course, we all recognize the call of the rhino. Okay, now, why don't we get to the projector and see what we're going to see? That wasn't a rhino, I was only fooling.
There's a monkey, actually. All right, projector on, wheels in place. Very nice, too. Messy film, as usual. And what do we see here? Oh, another monkey today. And you know what this one's called? This is the squirrel monkey. That's right. Now, they're found in Central and South America. The small, slender little fellas. You know, they're almost human. Look at that. White face and large, dark eyes. You might say they're all like, hello, chaps. Oh, look at, they're having a real old fest there, aren't they? Yakking away and all curious as ever. Monkeys are always curious, you know. Oh, they're so lovely. Now, long, thin hind legs, short body. Now, you notice, no, look at that. So, see, you notice how the head now is rounded? And slightly protruding black muzzle. That's right. Hey, you got a little dirt in your nose there. That's, oh, look at the tail. The tail hit him. Here, take it easy, chaps, here. Watch out for the little fella there. Here, half a mo. That's better, I want you to play. Hey, naughty. Oh, look at the lovebirds, would you? Aren't they lovely? Isn't that nice? Now, their ears are rather pointed, you see. Long white hairs directed out to the side there. Oh, look at it. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. Oh, and there's another one there. He's not even going to bother. Hello, hey, can you sing the song, boys? You've got a nice quartet. Oh, down to a trio. All right, down to a duo. There we go, it's a solo today. Oh, duo again. Look at the length of the tail, would you? Oh, here, beauty. Hey, give us that kiss, eh? How about that? You know, they have nice long tails, but unfortunately, like a lot of the other monkeys, you see, they can't hang from it. Yeah, that's right. I guess it's not quite strong enough for them. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just think that's so marvelous. I really do. Yes, that's right. Lovely chaps, weren't they beautiful? Oh, to see those little monkeys swinging through the forest here, I watch them day in, day out. That's right. I hope you like the film, because I certainly enjoyed taking it. All right, then, it's time for Moana Clyde Batty to say the inevitable Ooga Booga, which means photo film on the wall, tacit until next fall. If you can figure that out, tell me what it's all about, eh? That's right. All right, mates, don't forget to come back now.
Would you like to come for a walk with me?
Why?
Well, I was told to exercise with dumbbells.
And now, commercial. The Wolfman is Ooga Booga.
I am the Wolfman. Yes, sir. How do you do and how are you? Hey, yeah, I'm coming to you and I am the Wolfman. And what we say around here is, we believe in the wolf. Fantastic. All right, let's find out what's happening. Hello, I am the Wolfman. What's that you want to hear? Jumpin' Jack Flash? Well, that's a real oldie goldie. Okay, baby, you got it. Right, all right, bye-bye. Okay, chime time. And the time will be... Whoops. Better. 14:30, 11, 12 o'clock. All right, on your dial. EECH coming through. The Dracola Company owned by the Count, if you can believe that.
Sure, I'll take care of it. Okay, bye-bye, my sweet. Yes, I love you too. Yes, I know it's your favorite son. Right. Please, you're going to cut me off here. Igor! All right, Mother. No, Igor is just misbehaving again. All right, bye-bye. Please, not when I'm on the phone with my mother.
Told me to dust the phone.
Yes, but before I answer it. Hello there, Count Frightenstein here. Oh, hello there. It's Colonel LaRue. You know, the horse race expert from down south.
Oh, ask him how the races are going at Camptown.
Hello, Colonel. Could you tell me how the races are going at Camptown, please? Camptown ladies, sing this song.
Do-da. Master.
What?
Ask him, how long is the Camptown racetrack?
Excuse me, Colonel. Igor would like to know how long the Camptown racetrack is. Thank you. Camptown racetrack, 5 miles long.
Doodah, doodah.
Haha, this is fun.
Let's ask him when the races are run.
Hello, Colonel. One more question, please. When are the races run at Camptown? Oh, I see. Thank you. Going to run all day,
Going to run all night. I bet my money on a three-toed slot. Somebody bet on the boat.
Hey! Well, it was fun anyway. I
You
enjoyed
don't
it.
like our singing?
All right, I like that.
Wait, let me dust it first. You said before the phone.
That's right. Now you're getting onto it. Thank you. Hello, this is the dialer joke.
Hello, it's the style joke.
Now that's easy for you to say. Yes, this is dialer joke. So go ahead.
I got a joke for you.
All right then, go ahead, shoot. I've heard that one before.
Igor is all right. The Count, not funny.
The castle lights are growing dim. There's no one left but me and him. When next we meet in Frankenstone, don't come alone.